So the reason that we're here is because we are celebrating Batman on Film 20th year.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
So what year was that?
98.
98? It's 2000.
Year after Batman and Robin.
We're smart guys.
Yes.
Real
It's Texas math. Yeah.
great at math.
Yes.
So 2008. Before we talk about the site, right? Let's go like to the genesis of this whole thing with you. When, where did you become a Batman fan?
I don't remember like it happening, right? I just always remember being a Batman fan, but I know it goes back to the Adam West TV show.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Me too.
I watched it. I know I watched it when it was airing, but I was only 1, 2, 3 years old because my mom told me she would put me up to watch, you know, because it was Batman. But I remember the reruns when I was about 4. They already started showing the reruns on TV, and watching it, and that was it. And then you know, I'd go to the convenience store, and they had I don't know if they still have this today, but that's where I bought my comics when I was a kid. They had racks that you could spin around.
What was the first Batman comic you read? Do you remember?
I know the first comic I remember reading is Batman 251 from 1973, and if you see me pointing, I have the framed poster of Batman 251 from 1973, The Joker's Five-Way Revenge. I remember reading that. I still have it. It doesn't have a cover on it.
Did you still have it?
But I still have that comic.
Is it in that closet right
It
there?
is in that closet, yes.
Let's take a look at
Yes.
it. So you were a young man,
Yes.
and you fell in love with the show.
Yes.
And then you started reading comics.
And I started reading comics.
Okay.
Yes.
Because everybody has their own path
Yes.
to loving Batman.
And I remember I remember getting comics, not knowing how to read completely yet,
Right.
and just looking at the pictures.
Right.
But by the time I was 4, I was, you know, I could read at 3 and 4, and I mean, it was, you know, that's kind of even the stuff that they were writing in the late 60s, early 70s was a little heavy for a 3 or 4 year old. But I you know, I got it. I could tell the story through the pictures.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. And your mother played a big role in you loving Batman,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Tell us about that a little bit.
Yes. My mom, I mean, she's put me in front of the TV to watch the 60s show when I didn't even remember watching it. My mom, I remember watching the movie when it first aired on TV. I must have been 4 or 5 on a Saturday night on ABC television. They aired the movie in prime time. I remember that scene when they're running down, you know, I think it's Lexington Avenue. They're actually running down in New York.
Some days you can't get rid of
it. I had Batman costumes made, you know, and wore.
I've seen the picture with you.
My 3rd birthday, 1968, I got that Batman costume, and I got one as I grew out. I had one other one that she made for me when I was about 7, because I outgrew the 3-year-old version.
Yeah.
So, but the picture I have is me as a 3-year-old, and somehow it's become a meme.
Yeah.
That whole
if you grow up,
you can be anything, be Batman.
Yeah. Be anything, be Batman. Yeah. What was your mother's name?
Linda.
And forgive me, did she live long enough to see this?
Yes. She
Cool.
knew about
She knew about Batman on Film?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She passed in 2010.
2010.
She saw, you know.
That's great.
Me make, you know, go to the begin stuff, you know, in the Dark Knight stuff. So she saw all that. Yeah.
That's great.
So she was
very cool.
Yeah, I guess as a parent to see something, I mean, your adult child is doing that they were doing when they were, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. It's supposed to be.
Isn't that a fun thing too to try to explain to people? Like I have friends that are, you know, my age, and they're, why are you into this stuff like this? And, you know what? As we get older, I always say that I think through every medium, you can talk about comics, you can talk about the films. Batman has matured and grown with us. Yeah. In a sense, would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now let's go back to let's talk specifically about Batman on Film. So you've been a Batman fan your whole life.
Yes.
You're an educator.
Yes.
You're a history teacher. You're a high school football coach.
I was.
You're
retired.
You're retired now.
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah.
That's right. And so everything's going great.
Yeah.
What happened in 1997? What was the catalyst for you to launch BLS? Because there's something very significant about Batman in 1997.
It was Batman and Robin, the movie.
That's right.
And I feared that they were going to make another Batman movie
Right.
after that. And after I didn't go, oh, I'm going to make a website and I'm going to start lobbying Warner Brothers to make another one. But I just, as much as I loved Batman '89, I never thought they made a definitive Batman movie yet. And then it came to, you went from '89 to Batman and Robin, and just, in these 8 years in between, and it just went down the, off the cliff. And I thought, we're never going to get. And this wasn't the era we live in now with comic books. This was, it was still touchy.
Yeah.
They're going to make these kind of movies.
Right.
And
because they weren't a proven commodity.
No, this was before the first X-Men. This was before the first Spider-Man film. So
because you had Superman the movie, and Superman 2 in a sense.
Yeah.
The sequels bombed.
Yeah.
You had Batman '89.
Yeah.
And then there was commercial success with Batman Returns and Batman Forever, but for various reasons they didn't quite work. Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
It crashed and burned.
Yes.
And then you're thinking that could be it.
Yeah, I thought it could be it. So then and I did not have a computer in 1997. 98, I had a web TV. I don't know, and if you even know what that is, it was.
I remember those.
It was computer on your TV set became your monitor, and you could surf the net that way. And that was my first way of accessing the internet. And you were able to build. There was some kind of something they had through the web TV. You could build a website, and I built what was called Jett D60's Batman 5 page.
Yeah.
Mainly I was anonymous,
Yeah.
And my whole thing was, because there's a lot of rumors about Batman 5. What was, that we heard about Batman Triumphant, which was supposed to be the sequel. They were going to make that come out 2 years after Batman and Robin, and then Batman and Robin came, and that went out the door, and you had all these other rumors about year one and so forth. And so that's when I started following it, and that's just it took off. And 98, and then by 2000 it was Batman on film.
It was Batman on film.
It was before, I just know by 2000.
Same URL, Batman.
I bought batman-on-film.com sometime 98, late 98, 99, and then clearly by 2000 it was Batman on film.
Who was with you in those days?
Me.
You. When did Sean and Mark and those guys all come on?
Oh, well, the first guy that really joined me, so to speak, was Paul Wares, who lives in the UK, in London area. Hey, Paul. And he was kind of my guy to kind of help out.
Right.
In fact, Batman Begins got invited to the set. The set was in London. I was working. It was supposed to be in the summer and I was off, and then they didn't do it till like August, and I was back at work. No way I could do it. Paul went to that set visit, and I was like, I couldn't do it. But he went, and I still, I'm bringing back his set reports. There's a few of them that are on Batman on Film, from the old site to the new site that we launched last January 1st. So that stuff's coming back. But yeah, he went to the set, and I know it was a kick for him because he got to go to the set of the Batman movie. Yeah.
And then through the years, you've had a lot of great, talented people in and out. We
Yes.
mentioned Sean and Mark.
Yes.
All the way through. I mean, my gosh, let's go down the list here. Just start naming some people that come off the top of your head that have contributed to BOF to make it what it is right now.
Chris Clow.
Chris Clow.
John Beerley.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to miss something.
Robert Reinke.
Robert Reineke. Greg Bray. Let's see. I'm going through my mind. Of course, now Pete. There's Pete Vera. There's Justin Kowalski. There's Ryan Haas. And of course, there's you.
Yeah. Well,
Absolutely.
The point to me asking
Yes.
that is there was a lot of people.
Ron Lauer. Yes.
Ron Lauer. Yeah. And if you've forgotten anybody, this isn't about like a gotcha thing and trying to get you to remember everybody. It's just that this has been a labor of love for you.
I'm very picky who I'll let do things.
But you've had a lot of really talented people.
Yes.
That whole list of people and the guys that I mentioned, all of them are immensely talented.
Yes.
But at the end of the day,
yes,
this is your show. This is your deal, right? And we're in your playground.
Yeah.
But you do a really great job of making this feel like something that doesn't just belong to you.
Yes.
And I think that's important. I think it's a key to your success as well.
Yeah.